All right, we got a 2011 Honda Pilot. So we are looking at the running the power wire to this right there. So make sure you're not hitting this wire right there. This is a rubber boot right here. You want to make sure you're not hitting the wire when you push it through. So now you're gonna have to find out the front where the wire is gonna run to. According to this, I'm hitting something, so something is not right, so we're gonna have to look at it. So as you can see right there, there's a rubber boot right there. So he did push that metal through, but it hit something, so I kind of found it right here. So basically I put my hand and grab it out here, right here. So that's it right there. So now he's gonna run a 4-gauge kit. These are the 4-gauge kit that we're gonna run. So we're gonna pull this out first because they made it wrapped so you can do it later. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna strip this insulator or rubber piece, I usually call it, but it's called it's a wire insulator. So he strip it out about this much, and then he's gonna tie it to that what you call that, a coat hanger or metal strip or something. I popped everything out. There's a bunch of clip right here. Everything is clip over here. One of them is gonna be a screw right here. It's gonna look like that. You just need to take a flathead and pop that out, and then you'll be able to see a Phillip. Take the Phillip out, and then this looked like a 8mm, I believe. I'm just gonna try to reach through the speakers, subwoofer speakers. The customer bought is a Kiss Lock. It's not a Kiss Lock 2, KISLOC, made by Kicker. It does not have a remote output. So what I'm gonna do, I'm running an RCA jack out here. So this is gonna be a bad idea, running everything over here, because if this thing go bad, you have to take everything out. But that's not my problem later. So that's a customer, and they bought all of these, and it's not mine. So in this model, you usually don't have to hook up the brown wire. That's a ground wire if you got bad noise, road noise or something. And I'm gonna crimp this part right here. I'm gonna basically white, gray, and gray, black together to the negative side, and then I'm gonna put white and gray together. Basically the white and gray is positive side of the speakers. I'm gonna crimp it, and then I'm gonna come here using a plier. I'm gonna pull this out, strip this out right there. You can see I got the red. I'm gonna hook it up to the positive. I'm gonna crimp the T. People's telling me, oh yeah, T-type is not a good idea. This is not a regular T-type. You get it from Napa or U-Haul. This is a better version. It never fell on me yet. So if somebody's telling me all these that it's not work, I got 20-something experience with this stuff. Never had no problem. So basically I got a white and gray. I'm gonna put it to the positive side, and then white, black, and gray, black to the negative side. As you can see, I popped this out so I can reach it. Now I'm gonna push it back. Well, actually I can't do that yet. I'm gonna plug the RCA jack in, but in order to do this thing, I'm just gonna use a zip tie and tie this, and then I'm gonna tape it together and then run it to the back. At the back, I got a couple options to put an amplifier at. I'm gonna be putting right here, made everything's easier, much easier right there. Or I can put it in here, but the problem is the heat. It might get too hot. I can really put it out here, but like I said, I'm not gonna do that. If it does get too hot, customer gonna complain. So I'm not gonna let them complain. I'm gonna put it right there because the speaker box gonna be around here anyway. So this is an option I got. So I basically put the ground right there, sand it really good, and run it up here. And then RCA jack that I ran, I'm gonna put it on the side right here, pushing all this way, and clean it up later. So basically I'm gonna coming up here like this. I'm gonna snug the jack back over there, and yep, clip. So I'm just gonna kind of put your finger right there and just pull it out there to fix this piece out so it looks like an original again, instead of somebody like, yep, somebody been through this. Not gonna do that to the customer. Now coming back here, I'm just gonna wire power to power, ground to ground. I need an Allen wrench. I'm installing this American base PH 1600.1. So I'm putting the battery from the battery, the red, to the 12 volt. The remote, I'm going to show you where the fuse I'm going to be tapping into, and then the ground. And you got two speaker wire. You got positive and negative, two positive, two negative. I'm going to be installing about looking like right there. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to mount it yet, but I might flip that up, depend on the box right here. This is a box, so I might just flip it up and mount it like so. On the fuse part, I'm going to use the, it's called a, oh shoot, what is it called? It's called a mobile interconnect at a fuse, ATM, because this is ATM right there. It's considered as ATM. I'm using 10 amp fuse. So right there, in my case, I'm gonna just plug it like this. It will work like that, right? In your case, if you don't want to use that, you can just tie one side of your fuse and push it on the top right there, on number 3 on top, because this is power. When you turn it on, the power stays on here. So if something happens, it'll pop this fuse. So it won't burn up this whole fuse box. This fuse box will cost you a couple $100, so don't do that. So put it on the top right there if you're gonna run without what I'm showing you. Be able to put it like so. Hopefully it can close. I'm gonna push that forward this way a little bit, and I hooked up the jacks from the subwoofer right there, from the line out converter, getting over here, and putting the power up front. Show you a few things. Even though we use all this wire right there, what he did, he put it over here. I don't like it over here. If something happened, it was burned, the wire burn out, it's gonna touch the ground, and then it's gonna short something out for sure. So what I did, what I show him is that you have to zip tie right here. So if something happened, it just burn up right here. It's not gonna burn up anything. So you need a 10 millimeter and remove that. Use 10 millimeter socket, take that out and tighten that. Make sure this is tight when it's done. Customers, a lot of technicians, when they do it, they don't see, you cannot lose that. See how that's a little bit loose right there? That's too loose. So you have to tighten that really tight.